Jessica, Diana, Viviana, how are you? Good morning.
Thank you. Very well, teacher. What about you?
How are you? First, Jessica, how are you?
Very well, teacher. And you?
Very, very good. I think that it is a very good day, but the problem is it's very colder. It's cold.
For here,
Really, teacher?
too.
How it's cold today?
Yes, it's colder. I know. It's very complicated. I don't like it. But okay.
Ah, you don't like it. How many degrees do you have there?
I don't know, but I know I with this a jacket
Yeah,
because it's
you are wearing a jacket, a hoover, un
okay.
polar.
And we go to develop the topic of comparative and superlatives in this case. How do you feel for today's class? Very good.
Good teacher, very good.
Okay, perfect. We go to develop that practice with a song because it's very important the use of listening materials. Do you like to use music as a way to improve your skills in listening and speaking?
Yes, teacher.
Very-
I like it, but I use more. It's more fun when you listen to music. But my way to do it to start to learn more vocabulary and all those things is I always watch the TV, the BBC News.
Very good.
Most I try to do it very often.
I like to because sometimes there are new expressions that you cannot about this, and for this
Yeah.
reason, I think that it's a very good option. In my case, I can say that with music, I understand very much new words, new expressions, and sometimes there are words that you express in a bad way. This is say you say, mm, for example, in this case, stranger, you can say stronger, and with the music, you understand the sound. For this reason, I think that music is a good way. On the other hand, I like to watch movies, but in English, because
Yes.
sometimes it's a good way to find new expressions.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to share the screen. Okay. This is the topic, comparative and superlatives. Now, what it's comparative and superlatives. We use comparatives and superlatives to compare or highlight the quality or characteristics between two or more nouns. The difference in these cases with comparatives, we compare two objects or two nouns, and in the case of superlatives, you express the most quality of this object, okay? This is good that you understand because sometimes we forget it because in the questions that you can find, you can identify what is comparative and what is superlative. In comparative, you compare two or more objects, and in this case, it's more normal is normal in two objects of two nouns. And superlatives, if you only refer to the quality, the quality that have this noun. Okay. Now with comparative. The comparative is used to compare the difference between two nouns, objects, places, people, or animals, okay? The rule is, please, first is subject plus verb plus adjective in comparative degree, done, and object. In this case, it's very important that you understand that it is done, because sometimes you use that is not good. It's done, okay? Now, in the case of superlative, serves to refer to nouns, object, place, person, or animal, where the quality of the noun is expressed to its maximum degree. So it is also known as comparative of excellence. The rule is as the same of the comparative, where the unique difference is that the adjective is in a superlative degree. Okay, you understand this part?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect.
It's clear, teacher.
Yes. You have any question about this topic?
No, teacher.
Teacher, can you give us an example of a superlative, please?
Yes, this is the next step, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But did you know about this topic, or
Yes.
is the first time that you listen about this topic?
No, I have seen already.
Okay, perfect. That is good. Now, uh, this with the comparative and superlative, there are some rules very important to the creation of the comparative nouns. For example, with adjectives with one or two syllables. In comparative, if the adjective ends in a or in e, it's added to the adjective er or sorry. For example, small, you add er at the end of the noun. For example, my room is smaller than my parents' room. In this case, in Spanish, mi cuarto es más pequeño que el cuarto de mis padres. This is the first rule. When the noun end in e, you add er or r. Okay,
Yes,
it's very
teacher.
important that you understand this part. Now, if the adjective ends in a vowel plus consonant, the consonant is doubled and add er or r. Example: big, bigger. In this case, you can see that big, you double the g, like bigger. For example, in this case, my house is bigger than my uncle's house, in Spanish. Mi casa es más grande que la casa de mi tío. And finally, in comparative, if the adjective ends in y, they change the y by I and add er or r. For example, happy, happier. You can say you can see you apply the y changed by I and add er. It's very easy for this part. Understand this part?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. For example, she's happier
Yes.
than you. Ella es más feliz que tú. This is the part rules of comparative. Then this is very important. On the other hand, in the case of the apply the two rule, the two step, it is only used with adjectives that have one syllable. For example, hot, hotter, double T. But this is an important topic that we go to develop in the next step. Okay? Now, in the case of superlative, it's the same rule that you need is that you apply est or est, yes or is or ist. Okay? If the adjective ends in e, in superlative, is added to the adjective est or st. With small, you use the smallest, apply s at the final, okay, at the end of the adjective. In the example, my room is the smallest in the house. In Spanish, mi cuarto es el más pequeño de la casa. As you can see, the difference is because in the first, in comparative, you compare your room with the room with the parents, and if you apply that your room is the smallest in all the house. Okay, difference with superlative, you don't compare to nouns. You only apply that what is the most factories of the object. Okay. Now with the second rule that ends in a vowel plus consonant, the consonant is double and add s or est. For example, big, the biggest. Bogota is the biggest city in Colombia. Bogotá es la ciudad más grande en Colombia. With this, you can find that you apply the same way that double the consonant G, but we in superlative add est. And finally, if the adjective ends in y, change the y by I and add s or est. For example, in happy, the happy. This is the happiest day that I had in my whole day. What do you think is this expression in Spanish? Jessica.
Este es el día más feliz que yo he tenido en mi vida.
Yes, very good. If you apply that, you change the Y day of happy. You change Y by I, and then apply S. And this is the rules. Very important. And the other hand is very important that you understand that in superlative, we apply the expression the happiest. Because sometimes we can say the happiest. Okay?
Yes, teacher.
You understand this part? Do you have any question about this? Do you have doubt?
No, teacher.
Okay. Diana, do you have doubts? Questions?
No, teacher.
Viviana? Viviana, do you have any question? Or do you understand this topic? Viviana, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, I understand.
Okay, perfect. Now, there are some, also sorry. There are some examples. What the adjective? Tall. You are too tall. This is the comparative. And in the case of superlative, the tallest. Tallest. You apply as of the adjective. And the same way with hot. With hot as the it end and vowel and consonant, you double the word T and apply in comparative. Hotter, and in superlative, the hottest. Now with high, you apply at the end of the adjective higher for the comparative. And in superlative, the highest. Now, with the adjective fast, you apply at the end of the adjective faster, and in the superlative, the fastest. It's very easy in this case. You understand this part?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay. Now, Jessica, tell me about the adjective comparative and superlative or large.
The large, large, comparative larger, y superlative the largest.
Okay. Now, Diana, short.
Which one, teacher? Short?
Yes, short.
The comparative is shorter,
Okay.
and the superlative is the shortest.
First. Diana.
For funny, the comparative is funnier and the superlative is the funniest.
With funny, what do you find any difference between large and short? What is the difference of this?
Yes, teacher, because the word change as it has an Y at the end, so the Y is replaced with an I with a.
Yes, because funny, the N is in Y. For this reason, we change Y by I and add R.
Yes.
For this reason, it's funnier, and in the case of the superlative, funniest. Yes, very good, very good.
Okay, teacher.
Now it's important about that the comparative and superlative of 3 or more syllables. In this case, comparative when the adjective has 3 or more termination is added. So sorry, I listen some noise. Please turn off the microphone because sometimes I listen some noise. Jessica, do you have problem with the microphone?
Yes. No me deja de apagarlo.
Okay, no problem. Okay, now with the comparative, the adjective that has at least 3 syllables or more of termination is added. The adjective that more is used before the adjective. In this case, for example, Gold is more expensive than silver. In this case, expensive, 3 syllables. In this case, we can add er or r at the end of the adjective. We only use more expensive, okay? And in this case, Diana, what is can we translate this part of the sentence of example 1?
Yes. El oro es más costoso que la plata.
Yes, very good. And the next, Viviana, can you read me in English and then translate in Spanish?
Okay, teacher. Music is more entertaining than TV novels. La música es más entretenida que las novelas de televisión.
Yes, perfect. And now, Jessica, what do you think it's more entertaining?
Es more entertaining, es más entretenida, más entretenedor.
But what do you think is the use with more?
Sorry?
What do you think this object is used with more?
I don't understand.
Okay. Diana, what do you think we use more entertaining?
Why do we use more entertaining?
Yes. Why do you think we use more entertaining and not at the end of the adjective er?
Because this is how can I say? Because they are saying that something is more excited, is nicer, is better, much better than they are comparing two things.
Okay. The thing is that entertaining have two or three or more syllables. For the reason we apply more entertaining, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Entertaining. More or 3 syllables. Now, with the superlative, the same way, but the unique is that we apply the most. When the adjective has 3 or more syllables, the superlative is created by adding the and plus most before the adjective. For example, that is in the word. As you can see, sorry, we apply the most, and then beautiful. And the difference, because you can use more beautiful, no, because it is a superlative, and the other is that you don't compare two objects. In superlative, you only apply that what is the quality of this subject in superlative. Okay, now Viviana, how do you read this first example?
Paris is the most beautiful city in the world. París es la ciudad más hermosa en el mundo.
Okay, perfect. And the final example, Jessica. Jessica. Okay, after with this, okay, Diana.
Yes, teacher.
Please read me.
The second one?
Yes, the second example.
Can you hear me?
Okay, Jessica, please give me a moment. Diana, please answer me the 2 examples of the superlative.
Okay. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, can you hear? I can hear you.
Okay. Chinese is the most difficult language in the world. China es el lenguaje más difícil en el mundo.
Okay, perfect. And in this case, you can see, sorry, that beautiful have 3 or more syllables. How do you think? What do you think that beautiful have?
Beautiful, difficult are adjectives with 3 or more syllables.
Yes, exactly. Please do remember that we use the, must, and then the adjectives. Okay?
Yes.
This is with the adjectives with 3 or more syllables. Okay? Please remember this part. Now, with examples. First, read me adjective, comparative, and superlative with the 3 or more syllables.
Yes.
3 or more.
Adjective import, the comparative, more import, and superlative, the most important.
Important. Adjective,
the most important.
More important, the most important. Okay?
Okay.
Now, Diana.
Yes, teacher. Which one? Expensive?
Yes.
Expensive, more expensive, the most expensive.
Yes. Diana.
Intelligent, the comparative is more intelligent. The superlative is the most intelligent.
Okay, perfect. Jessica.
Okay, teacher. Beautiful, comparative, and more beautiful, superlative, the most beautiful.
Okay, Diana.
Interesting, more interesting, superlative, the most interesting.
Very good. And Viviana.
Adjective is entertaining, comparative is more entertaining, and superlative is the most entertaining.
Very good. And finally, difficult. Comparative more difficult, and the superlative the most difficult. Okay, this is the part with the expressions of the adjectives with 3 or more syllables. Okay, and now it is important to know that there are irregular adjectives. It's the same. There are irregular adjectives which break up the rules of comparative and superlatives. The only way to learn them is to memorize them. Okay. These are, for example, the adjective good, the comparative is better, and the superlative the best. And in the case of bad, the comparative is worse, and the superlative the worst. With little, the comparative less, and the superlative the less. With far, the comparative further, and the superlative the furthest. Much and many, the comparative is more, and the superlative the most. There are other examples with old. You understand what is old?
Old?
Old.
All of them?
Old.
Old. Viejo. ¿De viejo?
Yes, exactly. With old, there are expressions because okay, I write you here. Oh, sorry. With we have that the comparative we can use it
Older.
Older. Okay. These are two options with the comparative, and in the case of superlative,
oldest. The oldest.
Or sometimes
eldest.
Eldest?
Yes. There are two expressions. You can use older in comparative, older and elder, and in the superlative, the oldest or the eldest. Okay?
Yes, teacher. I hear many times. Where I live, here we are always using English, and most of the time I hear eldest is the word that they use the most of the time.
Yes. Sometimes apply this rule. For example, I can say older. I listen older more, but sometimes the people can apply the elder, and this is normal. And in the case with the comparative, older, no problem. Okay. But please remember this part, the good, bad, little, far, much, and many, because you can apply in, for example, the use of this with the at the end of the adjective, and this is bad. Remember this part, good, bad, little, far, much, and many, because sometimes you can find expressions with these adjectives and you can apply in a bad way the comparative and superlative, okay? Now, for example, with comparatives, Jessica, please read the first expression, the first sentence with comparative.
Okay, teacher. Dogs are better pets than cats. Los perros son mejores mascotas que los gatos.
Okay. And now, as you find, you use the comparative of good, better. Then, Diana, please read me the next of comparative.
Yes, teacher. Alcohol is worse than drugs.
In this case, words is the comparative of.
Bad.
Very good. Can you translate me this part in Spanish?
El alcohol es peor que las drogas.
Okay, perfect. Now with the superlative, Viviana.
This is the farthest town in the city. Es la ciudad más lejana perdón, ese es el pueblo más lejano en la ciudad.
Yes, exactly. And in this case, farthest is the superlative of?
Far.
Very good. And now with a final superlative sentence, Jessica.
Okay, teacher. This is the less expensive cell phone. Este es el celular menos caro. ¿The less?
Yes.
Yes.
In this case, you can find the less. And this is the use of the inferiority adjective, okay?
Okay,
But in
teacher.
this case, this part, now we go to the next topic. You can find this part, or do you have any question about this part?
No, teacher.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, in comparison, we can use the use of as, adjective as, okay? As. It is for the equality. Now, in this case, white. In addition to comparative and superlative structures, it is also common to compare things using the structure grammar as plus adjective plus as. This is called the equality comparisons. The rule for affirmative, it is important because the affirmative is subject plus verb plus as plus adjective plus as plus object. And in the case of negative, you apply first subject, then verb, plus not, plus as, plus adjective, plus as, plus object. For example, can Jessica read me the first example?
Okay, teacher. Mobile phones aren't as expensive as cars. Los teléfonos no son tan caros como los carros.
In this case, this is affirmative or negative?
Negative, teacher.
Why?
Aren't?
Yes, aren't, and you can find that first subject, aren't verb, then are not, in this case not, then as, the object expensive, then as, and final, the object cars. Okay, next, Diana.
Yes, teacher. The next one? Second?
Yes.
I am not as young as you.
In this case. Okay, yeah, translate, okay.
Okay. No soy tan joven como tú.
Okay, in
this case, this is negative, okay, because there is not, the negación, and there is the form, the rule that is subject, verb, not, as, adjective, as, object.
Very good. And finally, Viviana.
Carol is as tall as Natalia. Carol es tan alta como Natalia.
In this case, negative or affirmative?
Is affirmative. Following the structure subject verb as adjective as object.
Very good. Now at the final, okay, it will come as soon as possible. In this case, we can find that it is affirmative because you can apply the subject they, and in this case the auxiliary will, the verb come, as, adjective soon, as, and final the object possible. And with the negative in the final, she's not as intelligent as you, sorry. First, she, then the verb is, not, then as, adjective intelligent, as, and final the object you. Okay? It's very easy part. You can understand this part, or do you have any question, any doubt about this topic?
I don't have any question, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. Now, with the comparative of inferiority, we use to express that a noun is smaller than another in comparison, and in the superlative to determine that a noun has a diminutive characteristic, the same way that the comparative and superlative, okay? Now, with comparative, the rule is first subject plus verb plus less plus adjective plus than plus object. For example, Los Angeles is less interesting than Paris. In this case, you can find first the subject, Los Angeles, the verb is, and less, adjective interesting, than at the final, the object Paris. In this case, can we translate this sentence, Viviana?
Los Ángeles es menos interesante que París.
Very good. And then Jessica, read, and Diana translate, okay?
Okay, teacher. He's less tall than you.
Él es más bajo, menos alto que tú.
Very good. Yes, less is menos. And you read that we apply the less. The less is the inferiority, okay? And now with the superlative, the rule. First the subject plus verb plus the less plus the, sorry, plus less plus adjective. For example, this house is the less comfortable. We can apply this first there, then less, and finally the adjective comfortable. Please translate this part, Viviana.
Esa casa es la menos cómoda.
Very good. And finally, Diana read and Jessica translate.
Okay, teacher.
The books are the less expensive.
Estos libros son los menos costosos.
Yes, menos costoso, menos caro. Very good. Do you have any question? Okay.
One question, yes. How do I have to pronounce the last or least? Least. ¿Cómo se pronuncia la palabra antes de expensive? El superlativo de inferior.
The less.
The less expensive.
Less for comparative and the less for superlative.
But here, en esta frase, these books are the less or least?
The less. The less. The less expensive.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay, we go to develop the practice. With this, I know if you have, there are some examples. And in this, we can find in this image expressions. Viviana, can you read me this part, this sentence, then this expression that I have in this image?
Okay. Happiness is more important than money. It is better to be happy, even if you have financial difficulties, than to have wealth and not feel happy with them.
Okay, Diana, can you translate this part?
Yes, teacher. Happiness is more. La felicidad es más importante que el dinero. Es mejor ser feliz así tenga problemas, así usted tenga problemas financieros, dificultades,
Okay.
Que tener salud y no tener salud y no sentirse feliz con eso.
Wealth is riqueza.
Ah, sí, riqueza.
Sí,
sí,
okay.
es mujer, riqueza.
Jessica, Please give me the comparative or superlatives that you find in this expression.
More
Important.
important
Okay.
is a comparative.
Okay.
Better to. Mm,
It's better.
Yes, that's the relation.
Superlative, there is not.
Okay. And in this case, better is the comparative of,
Good.
Compartir el adjetivo irregular. Irregular adjetivo.
but it is of what adjective? Adjective
Good, teacher.
irregular, yes, but good, it's perfect, yes. Okay, now with this chart we go to the below. Please give me, Diana, the comparative alone.
Longer.
Okay. And the superlative?
The longest.
Okay, now Jessica, the comparative.
Harder.
Okay.
The superlative the hardest.
Viviana, with all.
Older or elder.
Huh?
And the oldest or the eldest.
Perfect. And Diana, early.
Earlier.
And the superlative?
The earliest.
Perfect. And Jessica.
Okay, comparative cleaner.
And superlative?
And the superlative the cleanest.
Viviana.
Comparative lower and superlative the lowest.
Next, Diana.
Cheaper and cheapest. The superlative.
The cheapest.
The cheapest.
Jessica.
Colder. The superlative the coldest.
Viviana. Next.
Dirtier with an I. And the dirtiest with an I also.
Diana. Next. White.
Wider. The widest.
Jessica.
Stronger. The superlative the strongest.
Next, Viviana.
Prettier with an I. And the prettiest with an I.
Perfect. Next, Diana.
Fatter.
In this case, fat. You apply any rule?
Fatter. Double T. And the superlative the fattest.
Jessica.
Nicer.
Okay.
The nicest.
Uh, Teenest, thinner, sorry, with the double N,
Very good.
and the thinnest with double N.
Yes. Next, Diana.
Later, later, and the latest.
Jessica.
Sania.
Any rule? Have rules or no have rules?
Changed Y by I. Yes.
Then,
Sania.
exactly. Apply er.
The sunniest.
Viviana.
Hotter with double T. And the hottest with double T.
Correct. Diana.
Yes, teacher. Greater,
Okay.
and the greatest.
Perfect. Jessica.
Slugger.
Over.
And the superlative, the sluggiest.
Always. Viviana.
Saddest with double D. Oh, sorry, sadder. And the saddest with double D.
Perfect. Diana.
Yes, teacher. Drier. E-I-E-R. And the driest.
Perfect. Jessica.
Younger. The youngest.
Next, Viviana.
More exciting. And the most exciting or most exciting.
Good. More 3 syllables. Okay. Next, Diana.
Complicated. More complicated. And the most complicated.
Jessica.
Slowlier.
Sorry.
Slowlier. 3 syllables. Oh, I'm not sure.
Okay. Remember that when we have 3 or more syllables, we apply
More.
more.
More slowly.
Exactly.
Y ahí sería the most
Yes. The most.
slowly.
Perfect. With sweetly. Viviana.
More sweetly. And the most sweetly.
Diana.
More careful.
Okay.
The most careful.
Then Jessica.
More delicious. The most delicious. Delicious.
Viviana.
More creative
Creative.
and the most creative.
Diana.
Comfortable, more comfortable, and the most comfortable.
Jessica.
More generous. And the superlative, the most generous.
Viviana.
Closer and the closest.
Very good. And now we are going to comparatives in examples. First, please read me and translate it, okay? Diana, first. With comparatives.
Yes, teacher. Marco is taller than Carlos. Do I have to translate it in Spanish? Marco es más alto que Carlos.
Then Jessica.
Cars move faster than bicycles. Los carros se mueven más rápidos que las bicicletas.
Yes, and finally, Viviana.
Today is colder than yesterday. Hoy es más frío que ayer.
This is right. Okay, now with superlatives. First, Diana.
Yes, teacher. Chinese is the most difficult language in the world. Chino es el idioma más difícil del mundo.
Yes, very good. And then Jessica.
That's the funniest thing I've been heard in a long time. Esta es la cosa más divertida que yo he escuchado en mucho tiempo.
Yes, very good. And finally, Viviana.
Okay. Algebra was the hardest subject in my school. Álgebra fue la materia más difícil en mi escuela.
Very good. Okay, now give this apart. Okay, with comparison with us. Us. First, Diana.
Soccer is as funny as basketball. Fútbol es tan gracioso como el basketball.
Divertido, yes.
Funny o divertido, fun.
Next, Jessica.
Okay, German is as difficult as English. Germania o German es como difícil como inglés.
What do you think in Spanish German?
It's a language, it's alemán.
Exactly. Alemán es tan difícil como inglés. Okay.
Okay.
Now, Viviana.
They will come as soon as possible. Ellos vendrán tan pronto como sea posible.
Very good. And now with the comparative inferiority. Okay. Diana.
Comparative of inferiority. Your country
Yes.
is less cold than mine. Su país es menos frío que el mío.
Okay, now Jessica.
Okay, she's less angry than my sister. Ella es menos brava que mi hermana.
Okay, yes. And finally, Viviana.
Okay. Which one, teacher?
Comparative inferiority number 2.
I am... sorry, your room is less clean than mine. Tu cuarto es menos limpio que el mío.
Okay, now with superlative of inferiority? Diana. Diana.
Yes, teacher. Sorry, teacher. I thought you were listening to me. It's my microphone. I am the least complicated person in the group.
No, what is the superlative of inferiority number 1?
Sorry, teacher. Least. Let's call. Least.
Number 1. Your country is the let's call, okay. Tu país es el menos.
Menos.
Now, we, Jessica.
Ok. It goes the last comfortable route. Esa fue la habitación menos cómoda.
Okay, and finally, Viviana.
I am the less complicated person in the group. Soy la persona menos complicada en el grupo.
Very good. Now we go to practice with the song. Do you have the song in your computer?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. First, we go to listen and find some expressions with comparatives, okay? And then you can say me, teacher, this is the objectives that I find. Please give me the comparative and tell me about what is the comparative of what adjectives, and please translate, okay?
Okay.
Teacher, shall we play the song now?
Yes, please, because I can
Okay.
you can listen, okay? Please, you watch in your computer.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, when you finish, please tell me, okay?
Very nice song, teacher.
Okay, you finish. Jessica and Viviana, you finish with the song or no?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Jessica.
Finish, teacher.
Okay, please give me some expressions that you find in the song with the topics of comparative and superlatives.
Stronger.
Okay, next.
Gourmet,
Okay,
gourmet,
warmer.
lighter,
The best. The best, teacher.
Taller.
What other? Did you find other or no?
flighter, flighter,
Taller, teacher. And a little taller. Lighter.
Okay. Do you have more or no more?
the comparatives, no. The superlative, the best.
Yes, the best. Now, okay, with the stronger, this is a comparative or superlative?
Comparative.
Okay,
Comparative.
and comparative of, in Spanish?
Strong.
Strong, fuerte.
Okay, with a warmer.
Más cálido.
Warm, cálido, sí.
Okay, perfect. Lighter.
Light.
Okay. And the best, comparative or superlative?
Superlative, mejor.
Superlative.
Okay. And this is superlative of?
Good.
Perfect. Regular. And taller.
Adjetivo
Tall.
comparativo.
Comparative.
It's a comparative of?
Tall, teacher. Tall.
Yes, perfect. And finally, fighter.
Height.
Okay, perfect.
Right.
It's a very expression. Yes, these are the expressions that we found in the song. Do you have any question about the expression that you can understand in the song?
Just a comment, teacher. For fighter, I didn't use it because I thought it was just adjectives and not verbs.
Okay. In the case of fire or fire, written in the chat.
Fighter. She said fighter like luchar o pelear.
Como
Por eso
luchador.
no la usé porque dije que es un verbo, entonces no aplicaría.
De pronto
Okay.
solamente.
Yes, this is good. Now, what other? What other expression do you find that you can understand in the song?
No more for me, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Okay, it's based in Spanish. About what is the meaning of the song? What is the topic of the song?
She that it's somebody that is has a broken heart. They have finished. They have end up their relationship, and she said she's coming back stronger. She's coming back more, even more stronger, more. And she said that he thought she was going to be very weak or sad, or she was going to die maybe for him,
Okay,
but no.
very good. Jessica, do you understand any topic about this song?
The song is about general is stronger. That is stronger to the comparison to another situation. Sino que no sé cómo decirlo ahí. O sea que no se deja caer por nada.
Okay, this is very, very, very good. Yes. Mm, yes, the idea is that sometimes we have these situations that people try to break down about your personality, but with this, the singer say that we are the unique people that can be broken down because I think about me. I can the unique people who have the idea to break it down is me, not you. Okay? And now, Viviana.
The song is about overcoming hard situations. In this case, I love about love and breakups, but to become a better person from those difficulties and face new challenges and not be left down for people.
It's very good. Okay, now we go to develop the other practice activity. And in this case, I can say you that it is a good activity that you develop in this case with the song. Very good example. And now we go to develop the next exercise with the use of comparative and superlatives. Okay, we are in first, Diana, in the first question, what do you think is the use? What is the correct use? All older, the oldest, the old.
Es la respuesta correcta. What do I have to do, teacher, to choose the correct answer?
Yes. What is the correct
My
answer?
mother is older than my father.
Okay. Next. Okay. Diana, please
Yes.
translate this.
Mi mamá o mi madre es más vieja o tiene más edad que mi padre, que mi papá.
Very good. Now, Jessica, number 2.
Okay. What's the funniest movie you have ever seen? ¿Cuál es la película más divertida que tú has visto? The funniest. The funniest.
Oh, so sorry. Yes, the funniest. I listen you funnier. Sorry. Okay, the funniest. Number 3, Viviana.
That movie was bad, but it wasn't the worst I have ever seen. Esa película era mala, pero no fue la peor que he visto.
Very good. Number 4, Diana.
Number 4, teacher. Rachel's hair is not as long as Sarah's. El cabello de Rachel no es tan largo como el de Sarah.
Perfect. Number 5, Jessica.
Okay. Okay. Yesterday's sun goes more difficult. than the one last month. El examen de ayer fue más difícil que el del mes pasado.
Yes, yesterday's exam was more difficult than the one last month. Okay. Number 6, Viviana.
Peter is as fast as Alex.
Very
Peter
good.
es tan rápido como Alex.
Yes, number 7, Diana.
And yes, teacher. I think Maria is the most beautiful woman I have ever seen.
Very good.
Creo que María es la mujer más bonita que he visto. Que he visto hasta ahora o que he visto.
Number 8, Jessica.
Okay. Her room is only a little bit bigger than mine. Su habitación es solo un poquito pequeña que la mía, más pequeña que la mía.
Very good. And number 9, Viviana.
He is happiest when he's playing football. Él es más feliz cuando está jugando fútbol. Happiest.
Happiest.
Yes.
Okay. And number 10, final, Diana.
Michael houses. Michael's house is farther. Is the farthest from the train.
Farthest?
No, sorry, teacher, no.
Farther.
It's farther.
Farther.
No, the farthest. Farther from the train than Betty's. Teacher, what is the answer? Is the farther, the farther? No, farther? Just farther?
That's it. It is further.
Just farther, okay. La casa de Michael es más lejos de la estación del tren que la de Betty.
Yes, very good. In this case, it's very easy to remember that when you compare those two objects, you apply the comparative, okay? At ER. Okay. We got to correct him. Yes. Hey, you very 100% very good. Congratulations. Okay, now we go to develop the production activity. This is through exercise. They are divided in 2 steps. First, this part. You find some words, and I need that you organize and create a sentence, okay?
Okay, teacher.
The number 1, Viviana.
Okay, teacher. This table is the cheapest in the store.
Cheapest. In
the store.
Now, Jessica. Jessica, can you hear me? Jessica. Okay, so with this, Diana.
Can you hear me?
Yes, okay. Now, please, Diana. Jessica, please, number 2.
Yo que tengo problemas con el Sky siempre.
Okay.
Okay. This sush sus cookies are good as mine. Después del are sería not. Are not. No, después del are. Sus cookies aren't good as mine.
Not. With
Yes. Y el no al final, no.
Suki cookies are not good as mine. Okay, we go to correct this in this case. Number 3, Diana.
Yes, teacher. Football is more popular than basketball.
Okay. And in this case, Viviana.
Okay. The black dress is a lot more expensive than these dresses. Give me a moment, teacher. I want to see if I have missed something. Than this dress. I want to see.
And finally, Jessica.
Okay, teacher. Sue speaks faster than her sister.
Okay, perfect. Now we'll go to review because there are some errors and it is necessary to understand this part. Okay. In the expression, "Sus cookies are not good as mine." Why it is? Because this is the problem, because you applied "are not good as mine," but you remember that we use as, adjective as, and in this case you only tell me about the one as, but you forget the other as.
Sorry.
Okay, yes. This is the only thing. Please remember this part: as, adjective plus as. And on the other, you are very good. This I can say you that I understand, you understand very good this topic. And the unit was number 2, but it is no problem. It's only to understand the use of as, adjective plus as, no more. Okay. Now, with this, I need to develop the production activity. You can find, sorry. Through file image. With this, I would like that you develop with this image the use of comparative or superlative. You like comparative with comparative, superlative, as, adjective as, inferiority. This is your preference, okay? For example, Diana, what image do you choose?
I have to choose one. Okay, from the mountains, or cannot see very well. The flowers, teacher. I will choose flowers.
Okay, flowers by Diana. Okay, Viviana.
I choose the 4 image, teacher.
Okay, Toronto versus New York. Okay. And finally, Jessica.
2.
Okay, the animals. Okay. Can you create comparative, superlative, the number that you prefer, okay? You can create one sentence, perfect. You create two, okay. I don't have problem with this. The only thing is that you apply the comparative, superlatives, inferiority as adjective as, okay? Do you have time or no?
How many sentences do we have to do, teacher?
This is your preference. If you consider that can create one. If you consider that you can create two, okay?
Okay, teacher. I have mine.
Okay. Tell me, Viviana.
Toronto is more beautiful than New York. Toronto is less expensive than New York.
Very good.
And New York is more visited than Toronto.
Very good. You use two superlatives, one comparative. Very good. Now, Jessica, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Jessica, tell me.
Okay. The dog is faster than the cat, and the cheetah is the fattest of all.
Okay. One comparative, one superlative.
Yes.
Okay, and finally, Diana.
Orchids are. What is the name of the other flower, teacher? Lilies or roses? Can I say roses?
Anthurium, yes. That is anthurium.
Anthurium. Orchids are orchids are the most delicate flowers. And anthuriums are not as beautiful as orchids.
Very good. Use superlative with orchids and comparative with as, adjective as. Very good. Okay, this is the production activity, and it is very good because you understand this topic well. And finally, we're going to develop the assessment. It is divided in 4 steps, okay? Okay, this is this. Okay, the step 1. First, Jessica.
Okay.
What do you think? More quiet or quieter?
Quieter. No, sorry. More.
More quiet?
Sorry, no, sí, está bien. Quieter.
Quieter, okay. Diana.
Yes, teacher.
More bigger, bigger.
The orchid was more big, no, bigger.
Bigger. Okay. Viviana.
Better. Better, teacher.
With one T or with double T?
Double T.
Okay. Jessica, number 4.
Okay. Girls.
Worse?
Yes, teacher.
Diana.
I was more nervous.
More nervous. Okay. Viviana?
Exam yesterday in March.
Faster, teacher.
Okay, and finally, Jessica.
Okay. Colder.
Okay. Quieter, bigger, better, worse, more nervous, faster, and colder. Yes, that's right. And now I can say you that is very good. And we go to translate. First, Diana, how do you translate this first sentence?
It is too noisy here. Hay mucha bulla aquí. ¿Podríamos ir a otro lugar más calmado?
Yes. Hay demasiado. Remember that too, demasiado.
Ah, sí, demasiado. Hay mucha bulla. Demasiada bulla aquí.
Demasiado busy. Yes. And in this case, we can use the quieter as más calmado. Okay. With number 2, Jessica.
Ok. El hotel fue más grande que ese en el cual nosotros nos subimos el otro año o el pasado año.
Era mejor utilizar el hotel, era más grande. Ok, perfect. Number 3, Viviana.
Tu trabajo es mejor que el mío.
Very good. Number 4, Diana.
El accidente hubiera podido ser peor que lo que fue.
Yes, very good. Number 5, Jessica.
Ok. Yo estaba más nervioso en mi examen ayer que Mar.
Yes, very good. Number 6, Diana. Viviana.
Me gustaría tener un carro más rápido. El que tengo ahora es realmente viejo.
Very good. And finally, Diana.
La semana pasada hizo mucho calor. Hoy hace más fresco que ese día.
Yes, very good. It's very good. You don't have any problem. And now with the number 2 step. Jessica, number
Okay.
1, which is correct?
Older.
Okay, and in this case, you remember what the other expression for older?
Elder.
In comparison.
Elder or older.
Yes, very good. Okay, number 2, Diana.
Her illness is more serious than what the doctor expected.
Okay, number 3, Viviana.
Colder.
Okay, number 4, sorry, Jessica.
Okay. More beautiful.
More beautiful. Number 5, Diana.
He is more rich. More rich. No, he is richer. Richer? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, number 6.
Rich.
Number 6, Viviana.
Richer.
His road is farther than the motorway.
Okay, and finally, Jessica.
Okay. Gorse.
Okay, older is very good, and elder. Number 2, more serious, very good. Number 3, colder. Okay, very good. Number 4, more beautiful. Yes. Richard is very good, Diana. You have doubts, but it is Richard because
Okay.
it is
Because
one
teacher,
syllable.
because it's the adjective, la palabra rich, the word rich is short. It's not 3 syllables.
Yes,
Right?
exactly. But the reason is with we add R or R. Okay. But this is right.
Okay.
Number 6, Forcher. Yes, very good. And the final, what the TV program was? Phil. Yes, very good. Congratulations. Steve number 3. Go to Viviana, the first.
The nicest. The nicest teacher.
Okay. Number 2, Diana.
It is a cheap restaurant. It's the cheapest I've ever seen.
Jessica.
Okay. The most valuable.
Diego. Okay. Number 4, Viviana.
She's a very good tennis player. Her trainers say she's the best.
Yes, very good. Number 5, Diana.
Number 5 is a very dangerous criminal. The police says he is the most dangerous in the country.
Finally, Jessica.
Okay, teacher. The most beautiful.
Most beautiful. Very good. Yes, these are the correct. Very good. And now we go to read it. First, Jessica, please read me the first sentence and translate.
Okay, it's a very nice house. Is the nicest house in the street. Es una muy bonita casa. Es la más bonita o la más chévere casa en la calle. O en la cuadra.
Okay. Number 2, Diana.
Es un restaurante muy barato o muy económico. Es el más barato que he visto.
Que yo he estado. Bin.
¿Qué? Que ha estado. En el que he estado. Sí.
Number 3, Viviana.
Es una pintura muy valiosa. Estoy seguro de que fue la pintura más valiosa en la galería.
Very good. Number 4, Jessica.
Ok. Ella es una buena jugadora de tenis. Su entrenador dice que ella es la mejor.
Okay, in English.
She's a very good tennis player. Her trainers say she's the best.
Okay, number 5, Diana.
Number 5. Ok. Es un criminal, una criminal muy peligroso. No, Él es un criminal muy peligroso. La policía dice que es el más peligroso del país.
En el país.
Yes, very good. And number 6, Viviana.
We should buy him a beautiful present. Last year we gave him the most beautiful gift of all in his birthday. Deberíamos comprarle un regalo hermoso. El año pasado le dimos el regalo más hermoso de todos en su fiesta o en su cumpleaños.
Very good. Yes, that's right. And finally, with number 4, first Diana.
She was a very intelligent student. She was the most intelligent girl in her class.
Okay, number 2, Viviana.
It's a very old castle. Experts argued it is the oldest in Britain.
Okay. Number 3, Jessica.
Okay, teacher. I'm going to sleep on the sofa. The floor is more uncomfortable than it.
Okay. Number 4, Diana.
The new job is the most important for me than the last I have. No, the new job is more important for me than the last I had.
Okay, number 5. Viviana.
Living in the countryside is healthier than living in town.
Okay, very good. And number 6, Jessica.
Okay, these instructions were the most difficult ones I have ever read.
Okay, perfect. And now we go to translate. First, Diana. Number 1.
She was, ella, ella era una estudiante muy inteligente. Ella fue la más inteligente de su clase,
Okay,
la
now,
chica más inteligente de su clase.
okay, number 2, Viviana.
The second one, teacher,
Yes.
es un castillo muy viejo. Los expertos argumentan que es el más viejo en que sería Inglaterra o Gran Bretaña.
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 Okay. Yes, Bretaña. Number 3, Jessica.
Ok, yo voy a dormir en el sofá, el piso es menos cómodo que eso.
Okay. Number 4, Diana.
Este trabajo nuevo es más importante para mí que el último que yo tuve.
Okay. Number 5, Viviana.
Vivir en el campo es más saludable que vivir en la ciudad.
No puedo. Yes. Number 6, Jessica.
Ok, estas instrucciones fueron las más difíciles que yo he leído.
Very good. Yes, these are the answers. Congratulations, because you don't have no problem with this. And this is the final of the end of the class. I hope that with this I can help you, because it's very important for the development of your course in intermediate English too. In the next class, I go to present a new topic, because this is the topic only of comparative and superlatives. About this, I can say you that you have a good understand about this topic. I'm happy because you understand these topics about the first, and now with this class, you understand very much about English. If you have any doubt, please tell me. And any advice, what do you think about the class? Please tell me, okay? Jessica, tell me about what do you think about the class? Do you have advice?
For me, the class is very was very interesting. Also, is better than it's better because we can practice a lot for exercise online on video too.
Okay.
It's better.
Okay, perfect. Now, Diana.
Yes, teacher. Yeah, I agree with Jessica. I think the class is very nice. It's very interesting. And I like it because you use different kind of material, authentic material. The song is very nice. It gives us some happy moments. So, yeah, makes the class more enjoyable. I like it very much.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
And finally, Viviana.
I liked the class, teacher, and that you took our suggestions from last class and you put a video for the activity. So I liked it that you have variety of exercises and it makes a more dynamic develop of the content.
Okay, perfect. Yes, this is very good. And then I go to try to apply other exercise when you can express your speaking in more beautiful way, and we can apply the use of songs. I don't know if you had a good voice. For this reason, I think that we can apply the other exercise, and then I go to try to apply listening, because it's very important that you develop these skills on listening. For the reason we go to improve about this class, okay? I like that you are agree with this class, and now we'll go to developing the next class in the Tuesday 8, okay? We go to
Yes.
develop the next class. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope that this can help you with your improving skills and in the understand the topics of comparative and superlatives, okay?
Thanks to you, teacher. Thanks for your time, for your explanation, for your dedication on the topics, teacher.
Okay. Okay, see you on
Thank you very much.
Tuesday, okay? Okay.
Have a nice weekend for everyone.
Can you please send me the exercises from last class that I was not there, please?
Okay. Is this class 2, no? Okay. Class
I was not there on Tuesday.
okay, yes. Use too much and too many. Okay, I send you. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend. I hope that you have a nice weekend, okay? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, teacher.
Bye-bye,
Thank
teacher.
you.
Thank
Have a
you so
nice
much.
day. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.